back to the final day of Conference 4.1 on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in education. We hope you had a restful evening and are ready for another day of insightful discussions and valuable learning.
Absolutely, sir. It was an incredible journey exploring the topic. So let's continue our discussion and hope everybody enjoys it. Our first speaker for this session is Dr. Mayank Saxena. He is an accomplished engineer with a postgraduate degree in management and a PhD with 15 years of professional experience, including 2 years in the industry and 13 years in academia. He has held key administrative roles such as director and course coordinator at a university. A prolific researcher with multiple publications, Dr. Mayank Saxena is also a seasoned corporate trainer specializing in personal effectiveness and sales. His expertise management, research, teaching, course development, academic administration, institution building, corporate training, and consultancy, making him a distinguished leader in both academic and corporate domains.
Sure. Next, we have none other than Dr. Gaurav Bhimawat, who is an assistant professor of English at Gandhinagar University, Gujarat. So Gaurav ji also serves as the coordinator of the Office of International Relations and officer on special duty to the Vice Chancellor of Gandhinagar University. His academic expertise lies in science fiction, diaspora, and film studies, while his administrative specialization includes the general administration of universities and higher education institutions. Additionally, Dr. Bhimawat has significant experience in international relations and admissions, contributing to the university's global outreach and academic excellence.
Following him is Dr. Gurneet Kaur Suri. Dr. Suri is an accomplished academician with a profound research orientation and expertise in commerce. She currently serves as an assistant professor at St. Xavier's College, Jaipur. A seasoned professional with over 13 years of teaching experience, Dr. Suri has guided and mentored students in both graduate and postgraduate programs, including BCom, BBA, MCom, and MBA, fostering a strong foundation in commerce and research. Dr. Suri holds a distinguished academic record with a PhD in accountancy and business statistics, complemented by her qualifications in UGC NET, MCom, MA in economics, and a postgraduate diploma in business administration with a specialization in finance. Her diverse educational background and underpins her exceptional teaching and research abilities. Passionate about teaching and dedicated to academic leadership, Dr. Suri believes that learning is a lifelong journey. This philosophy has motivated her active participation in numerous national and international conferences, as well as faculty development programs. Her research interests encompass a wide range of issues in commerce, which is reflected in her robust publication community with research papers published in UGC CARE listed journals, peer reviewed journals, and book chapters. Her excellence in research and teaching has been recognized with several accolades, including Best Paper Research, Best Paper Presentation Awards, and the Outstanding Teacher Award. Driven by her passion for knowledge sharing, leadership in academics, and outreach initiatives, Dr. Suri continues to inspire students and colleagues alike, embodying the values of dedication and lifelong learning.
Our next speaker for today is none other than Dr. Pankaj Kumar Mishra, who is a distinguished academician, administrator, and innovator with over 2 decades of experience in revolutionizing education. Committed to learner centric outcomes, Mishra ji has led transformative initiatives in higher educational institutions, significantly influencing policies, methodologies, and process automation. With a deep passion for shaping the future of education, his work continues to create a dynamic and lasting impact on students' lives. Dr. Mishra is dedicated to collaboration and innovation, striving to make a meaningful difference in the world of learning.
Next, we have Dr. Jayanand. Dr. Jayanand is a distinguished academician and seasoned leader with over 25 years of experience in the realms of teaching, research, and academic administration. Currently serving as the Pro Vice Chancellor at Shobit University, Meerut, and having previously held pivotal roles including Vice Chancellor and Registrar at Noida International University. Professor Jayanand brings a wealth of expertise to the table. With a PhD in bioelectromagnetism from SES JNU, New Delhi, Professor Jayanand has made significant contributions to the field of biophysics, biomaterials, and bioelectromagnetics. His scholarly pursuits have resulted in the publication of over 70 research papers in esteemed national and international journals, along with authoring 8 books and contributing to numerous book chapters. Professor Jayanand's leadership extends beyond academia, demonstrated through his instrumental roles in steering institution towards excellence. His proficiency in overseeing academic planning, ensuring educational quality, and navigating accreditation processes such as NAC reflects a commitment to institutional growth and development. A mentor at heart, Professor Jayanand has supervised 10 PhD, um, 25 MTech, and 16 MPhil schools, fostering a culture of academic excellence and inquiry with a steadfast dedication to advancing education. Professor Jayanand has been awarded with research fellowship and grants, CSRI, ICMR, DST, and MSMED.
Our final speaker for today is none other than Dr. R.D. Patidar, whose professional journey encompasses both industry and academia as the Vice Chancellor of OP Jindal University. He began his career as an electrical engineer at Jindal Steel and Power Limited, Raigad, before transitioning to academia at Mandsaur Institute of Technology, wherein he advanced from lecturer to professor and as the head of the Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. In 2013, Dr. Patidar joined OPJU, serving in various capacities, including Director of OP Jindal Institute of Technology, Dean of the School of Engineering, OP Jindal Institute, Pro Vice Chancellor, and Registrar, before being appointed as the Vice Chancellor. An accomplished researcher, Dr. Patidar has published extensively in international journals and conferences, focusing on power quality, active power filters, and distributed generation systems. His leadership at OP Jindal University is indeed marked by a commitment to academic excellence, industry relevance, and innovation, fostering a synergistic relationship between academia and industry to enhance education outcomes. We are grateful for all of your contributions and presence and eagerly anticipate your valuable insights in today's conference. I would also like to inform all of you that the HR team will be conducting polls in the chat box throughout the session, and we encourage active participation from all attendees as well as our speakers. Now, let's start our discussion, and I would like to invite Dr. Pankaj to commence his speech and share his insights with us. Yeah, Pankaj, am I audible? Okay, I guess he's not there. No issues. I would like to request Dr. Mayank Saxena to kindly share his insights with all of us.
Very good evening to all of you. The topic for the day, that is the entrepreneurial mindset for the academics or education. That's one of the most concurrent or futuristic aspect of the education and education system. There are the two parts that I would like to talk about on this topic. The first one is saying about a student's life, or say the students understanding the meaning of education, what it was in the past and what it is going to be today, and how it is going to be the futuristic. And the second case is a career seeking, what's the career, and then how this mindset that helps. uh, it is said that that entrepreneur is one who conceives what's going to be happening, and then after that He creates the ways and means. After that, he identifies the resources, requisite resources, followed by the skills, deploy them effectively, and reach the ultimate outcome. The education is also one of the enterprise in itself. You create your own abilities, the student create their own abilities, where they would be one of the most desired person for the some or other employment or some or other purpose in the life. The only issue is that you need to dream for your own existence, you need to dream for your own ideas, and then it need to be realized, and that's where the education comes as one of the enabler for finding the purpose of your existence. And that's where the students, they get benefited out of this particular mindset. In this case, the onus of doing depends and rests only on the student. And that's where the students mindset, that this particular mindset that helps them to excel, that helps them to grow up for faster, and as well as reach up to the excellence. They everywhere, their success lies only with the excellence, and the excellence comes with the toiling efforts, and then the toiling effort comes only with the passion, and the passion comes when you have your own dreams, when you have your own ideas, when you have your own purpose, and then try to deploy these all issues for attainment of that purpose. And this is what the mindset that I talk about, the entrepreneurial mindset. And particularly in case of the education, if the education is the biggest enabler for attainment of your existential purpose, for your happiness out of your existence, then certainly it is to be seen with this. What to be learned? That's the first question. What to be learned faster, so as to that you will make the better use of it. If you learn faster, the deployment that comes faster, and that's where your attainments that are there. In today's time, when there are the multiple ways by which a learning can happen, so identifying the best possible way by which you can attain is the next major decision that one has to take. This journey that moves on with the interactions inside class, interaction outside class, and then you need to be very smart in understanding where to interact and with what length, with what purpose, the people connectivity, the people relationships, everything is to be seen in this reference. And that's where the difference emerges, that's where the difference emerges amongst the people may learn, but then how they deploy that learning, that makes the difference happening. And that's where this kind of the thoughts, this kind of the mindset that helps. Another issue is that the present generation, for the present time, there's an explosion of the knowledge. The knowledge, whatsoever the knowledge is being created in last 300 or 400 years, is got created in last 25 years. Whatsoever was being the creation of the knowledge for the last 300 to 400 years, that amount of the knowledge got created in last 25 years only. What it means? It means that for the student today is something that the world future or the world in the future is going to be the very dynamic. You will be having the far faster rate of the creation of knowledge, and that's going to create a situation where you need to reskill, relearn into the systems at an amazing pace, so as to be concurrent, so as to be relevant to the current situations. You may turn out to be a creator of knowledge, but then in the times of chat gpt or say other kind of generative AI, the way engines are being there to create the knowledge, you need to be a differentiator by putting up human brain out of it and then create the knowledge which will be far more substantial into the system. Now all these things where the pace of happening is so fast, the only ability that you can rely upon is your entrepreneurial mindset. You need to identify where the changes are going to happen and how are you going to respond to them, which are the skills which will be obsolete, and which skills you need to or you need to go for the reskilling, at what pace and by which time that you shall be relevant to the system. And this is nothing but an enterpreneurial or entrepreneurial mindset. Education, the gone the days when you learn once and live the whole life. Earlier, the people used to generate one degree, earn one degree, and that was enough for the whole of the life. But now the degree is okay, but then you need to reskill consistently over a period of time. So it is the lifelong learning has to go on, and then the multiple decisions about it to happen. Another major issue is the cost of education is also growing very fast. Earlier, it was the time when the government used to pay for the student fee, or the say kind of fee, the expenses was borne by this government. Now, if it is a very costly one, the people used to spend big amount on earning that particular knowledge. Certainly, they would like to deploy it for the better utility. So, knowledge is not something which is for sake of doing it is to be earned. It is something to be purposefully identified, the area of the skilling, and then to create.
Excuse me, Saxena ji, your video is not visible. If you can just look into it once. Yeah, now it's visible. Excellent.
Right.
Please continue.
So that's something that I hold on entrepreneurial mindset under these kind of the circumstances. You are being the builder of your own, an individual. You are individual, but an individual need to consider themselves as an enterprise, and in that enterprise, you are creating this particular ability through the education. This is the mindset that will be percolated will into your professional life also. The professional life, the students need to be a particular person who is producing value for the organization or value for the wheresoever you are working, and in that respect deploying the learnings that you had your at academia. This mindset of investing and then earning back, that's something the entrepreneurial mindset, and that holds the key for the success in this. These are some parts, some of the ideas as far as the entrepreneurial mindset in education, particularly on part of the students, is concerned. Now, the another side is that of the academic institutions. I've been the part of the academic institution and institution making process for long. I'd seen almost the three waves, or the three, say, the paradigms in institution making. And the current paradigm, what I foresee is the institutions, they are emerging fast, they are attaining their maturity very fast, and they are diminishing also very fast. As far as the entrepreneurial mindset is concerned in academics, it talks about for a particular academician to understand the needs of the industry, needs of the society at pace, where whensoever somebody would be graduating will be the right and appropriate time for that fellow to be out of that academic system. So this is where another kind of the academic, say the mindset, the entrepreneurial mindset in academia is playing very vital role. All said and done, the enterprising is nothing but a way of thinking, and that way of thinking gives you the onus of making yourself by reasoning your own way and then deciding the path that you want to follow. Let it be education, let it be profession, let it be a job, or let it be a creating an enterprise or a particular organization. This mindset is the key for the success, and I hope this is the kind of the mindset that would be the biggest strength for anybody from the times to come to survive and grow. With these ideas, once I say thanks to all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to interact, to share my ideas and talk on these issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mayank Saxena, for the wonderful speech and for sharing the tips. Please share your address in the chat box. If any of our audience has any questions or seeks further information, they can reach out to you. Now I would request Dr. Pankaj Kumar Mishra to commence his speech.
Hi, very good evening to one and all present here. Just as a commitment, and I forget the day, today the day is 17th of January I'm sitting in the platform of Lucknow Junction Station, and very sorry for the inconvenience caused due to the background noise of the railway station platform announcement and many things. But as per the commitment, I'm here. I'm man of commitment. Today, the Chandigarh University has organized AI Summit in Lucknow, so I was the guest of honor there. But again, your team is very, very prompt and calling me since morning, so I am here. My dear friend, this is a kind of commercial break, but again, a very, very important thing. First of all, let me congratulate the organizer for choosing the fantastic topic. Idea is one of the key aspects. Well, I hope I'm audible. If I'm
Yeah,
audible,
you're
give me
audible,
some
Dr.
thumbs up,
Mishra.
right?
Please continue.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, my point is that keeping this kind of interaction and this deliberation is very, very important. At the age of the juncture, I am leading the future university as a vice chancellor, officiating vice chancellor, designated as a pro vice chancellor. And some of the time, the parents are coming to me and asking, what is the placement ratio you have? How many students got placement in from your institution? How many what is the average package, what is the highest package? Then at that time I was wondering enough that whether we, the higher education institution, are a placement agency. We have made our institute naturally the placement and training are very, very important. The job is ultimately important for me and for everybody sitting in the hall virtually. But point is that we, the higher education institution, is not meant for just providing the institution or the job. Idea is a very important idea is that the job is one part. Anyway, we all have to complete the job. But in the India, if everybody wants to become the job seekers, right? Everybody wants to become the servant. Who will give the job? Right? Government has none of the that kind of infrastructure. So if we can imbibe some kind of entrepreneurship mindset, then only this kind of story could be changed, the game could be changed. One person have started a very small company named Google, and this time the Google is leading the world, right? One pupil have started to find his friend from the internet, and that become the Facebook, right? One pupil, let's not talk about the US and foreign only. One pupil sitting in a very, very rural village near Bhubaneswar, he made one app just for booking the nearby hotels and assisting the people of Odisha and the tourist of Odisha to get the good hotels, and that becomes the Oyo app by which you can do the fantastic hotel booking throughout the world. So idea is what that some of these innovations and ideas are coming to the villagers also coming. It's not only related to the students of the metros or sitting in the abroad. The idea can click by anyone, and if the idea is not looking as a stupid, it's not an idea, right? So every idea must be given a proper weightage. We, the higher education institutions, should made some kind of event, some kind of discussions and deliberation like this. Again, I congratulate the team of SK Associates, Strategic Alliance, and everybody that we are at least discussing in that direction. People are keeping fingers on the mouth when we talk about the entrepreneurship mindset. No, 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 भैया जॉब मिल जाएगी अच्छा है. बट हर आदमी नौकरी करना चाहेगा देश में, तो सब जब देश पूरे नौकर बनने की तैयारी में है तो भैया नौकरी कौन देगा, right? So this is what the situation where we all have to set the change the game, and very small thing can be done. MBA chai wala, ID idli dosa batter company has become the crores and crore turnovers. So anybody can do it, everybody can do it, and let's move out from this entire structure of पढ़ो लिखो नौकरी करो. थोड़ा सा बाहर निकलो इस frame out से. We all have to come back and exit from this framework, and in that way only we can lead the entire world. Now this is what the introduction about the topic what I have made. But what could be the recommendation could be, can we imbibe some kind of entrepreneurship mindset? It might be the stock market, it might be the small shop near your village, it might be some stationery shop. Can we give the students some kind of opportunity at the campus? earning while learning kind of situation. Why can't our student, say MTech student or MBA student who are free after 2 o'clock, can fix up a stall for selling tea, for selling chaat or dosa, or stationery shop or pen, whatever he is having calibers, and also inviting the experts, the industry people, and every district has some kind of udyog vibhag. Government of India is also taking many initiatives, but believe me, the government initiatives and the policies are not reaching properly to the students. The students are sitting at the silos. Higher education institutes are sitting at the silos. Even policy makers are all sitting also in the silos, sitting in the air conditioned office and making the policy for the poor, and will not solve the purpose. Policymakers should come out from their air conditioned offices and come out and discuss, and this kind of deliberation will naturally give the new heights into this kind of thoughts, where entrepreneurial mindset can be given and can be developed. uh, I believe if any questions from the audience can be asked, otherwise in next 4 minutes my train can come and I have to board the train also, right? A very small example I'm giving you: a company known as a BlackRock. Just Google it and you'll find all the BlackRock. So BlackRock is having that much potential. Even the governments of many countries are taking the loans from that company, and they are the only company dealing with the stock market only, right? Many people post COVID, and if you can divide the entire world, AC and BC, after COVID, and BC means before COVID. Now we can divide the world. Earlier it was before Christ and after death, BC and AD. Now we have the AC and after COVID and BC, that means before COVID. The world is divided into two. The things are got changed. We are in a right place, right time. Modi ji has already told, यही समय है, सही समय है. So we are at the right time, right place. Once our the Prime Minister, our the national leader has already announced, that the India will now not only the developing country, we will be the developed country one day, and the vision has set for 2047, when we are going to celebrate 100th anniversary of our freedom. We will be the Viksit Bharat. Viksit Bharat trajectory is not only a kind of jumla or kind of only sentences or proverbs only, right, my dear friend? Let me tell you the growth story of India. India is really going to be the Viksit Bharat. Why I'm saying with full confidence? Because if the average salary of any country crosses 3000 USD and above, the growth engine of that country will automatically starts. I'll give you an example with my sentence. For example, roti kapda makan was the basic need of India earlier. Now roti kapda makan is not the basic need. Internet, data connections, and then roti you can download and call from the Swiggy, doesn't matter. Roti kapda makan is not the need, right? We the Indians are highest consumer of the data. We have leave far behind the Japans, Korea, China, and even US and Russia also in terms of internet uses. And also we are the provider of the internet at very very cheapest cost, 16.7 rupees per GB per data cost is there in India, which is also the highest consumer of the data. Although these days we are not using the connections in proper way, we are not using the internet in a right manner, but soon the time will come, people will have started. Even the girls sitting in with me in this virtual hall can understand that they have definitely gone through the YouTube for understanding how to make matar paneer, right? So many things are there. People are learning recipes, people are learning skills, and with data everything is possible. So this is one story. In terms of data we are very rich, in terms of consumption we are very rich, in terms of the average salary we are about to cross 3000 per annum. Per capita income is about to cross. So what happened when you are earning good? When you where you are spending? You are spending in the beauty parlors. You are spending in the eating foods, right? India is spending a lot in the foods, looking good, eating good. seeing good, right? And in that way, when you are having a first salary, maybe second salary, you are going to buy the air condition, you are going to buy the television set, you are going to buy. So this kind of investment is comes to the Indian market. Anybody can understand what is the formula of GDP. GDP can be calculated by the personal consumption also, and the foreign investment also. Can you believe, my dear friend, the personal consumption of India is leading like anything. Since last month, post the election of US, Indian market are getting sharp decline in the stock market. But again, the Nifty is standing somewhere at 23,000. Still, the Bank Nifty is standing somewhere 48,000. How it is possible? This kind of foreign selling or everyday Nifty, Sensex are getting hurt by 1,000 points, 800 points. How we are surviving in that way? We could have a kind of
I
crash.
guess, Dr. Mishra, we have a question from Nancy
Not
Singh.
But it's not just coming and to conclusions, CEOs
Okay,
up.
sure, sure.
So it's not like a crash. The retail market of the Indians or retailers of the retail traders of the Indians are taking the lead, and now the India is in correct direction. Thank you very much for your time, and now we can have the question. And I hope the
I'm great.
expectation made, and I have fulfilled my commitment
Sure, sure,
on the
sure.
railway
Obviously.
platform also, right? You
If
can
anyone
see the
has any
platform
questions, you may
and,
please raise your hands.
and the trains also.
Any questions out here? No hands?
If no question, that means I have talked very well. That's up. Not an
Dr.
issue.
Mishra, I have a question for you, however. Being from originally UP, as you were talking about the Kumbh Mela and everything, we have always seen that UP has the largest number of youth population pan India. But however, the least most of the number of startups that we are seeing growing are coming from the state of Karnataka. Would you like to explain why so?
Yeah, wonderful question you have asked. That is, startups are coming from the Bangalore. Even the IT companies have set their offices on the Bangalore and Hyderabad, and South India, Karnatakas are flourishing more. But in why it is not in UP? The idea is very clear that it is fault of not the policymakers or not the fault of other people. Ecosystem has not been developed in the Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh, although having infinite possibilities, but despite of all the possibilities, the awareness is not there. I'm leading the university at the Bareilly, and just for a kind of branding and marketing purpose, what we are doing since last month, we are inviting the students of schools just to showcase our university, and we believe that someday the students can idea can click that this is the good university and they can take the admission. Although it's a branding initiative, admission initiatives, but while marketing people are doing this, I take a meeting with them and I told that whenever the students are coming, and if the strength is more than 500, I just to encourage them. So I personally take an intervention that if this scenario, I will personally take the call and I will deliver the talk. So when I have taken around 10 to 15 days, 10 to 15 classes, my dear friend, and I have seen the students of Bareilly are not aware about the AI also. Can you imagine? I have asked the question, how many of you know about the AI? Then they don't understand. Then I have again simplified the question. I asked, okay, how many of you know about Chat GPT? And can you imagine about 500, only 50 hands are got raised. So that's the problem with the education system of the UP. Even you go to any school and ask who is the Prime Minister of India, they will talk about Yogi ji. Who is the president of India, they will talk about Modi ji. So that kind of scenario, number one is what the awareness is very less in the Uttar Pradesh. Number two, most of the IT giants and IT companies are and their CEOs are basically from the Bangalore side. So that's the reason. So again, we can change the paradigm. I'm happy that you asked the question that why it is not in happening in the UP, but soon the awareness is coming. Universities like us and others are also coming to set up their institution, and with the efforts of such kind of initiative what you took today, entrepreneurial mindset can be done. and soon the starters will also be coming. Thank you so much, sir. Hope the answer is correct. And my train is also, you can see in the background, it
Sure.
came.
Thank
So
you
I have
for
to
your
take
wonderful
leave.
speech, Dr. Mishra, and I hope you have a good journey. Please do share your email ID in the chat box once you climb and board your
Sure,
train,
sure.
or any queries
Do
that
it.
the attendees might have. Sure.
I'll do the honors, and so that everybody get connected.
Sure.
And I invite you all to visit my institution whenever you find time, and
Sure. Sure.
keep continue this kind of mission and this kind of enthusiasm.
On Strategic
Soon we
Alliance,
will
we will be
do big things.
connecting with you
Right.
in the next week for a
Thank you,
collaboration.
sir. I'm taking leave now. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. So moving ahead, I would like to request and invite Dr. Gurneet Kaur Suri to commence her speech and share her insights with all of us. Gurneet ji, I hope you can hear me.
Hello everyone. Hello Shravan. How are you?
I'm great.
First of all, before starting my presentation and my talk, I apologize that we have a big power failure here, and I find a little space in my society corridor.
No
So there can
issues.
be little
No issue at all.
disturbance, like kids are playing and all. So I hope you all will manage with
It's
me.
okay. Actually, Ms. Bajpai also had a
So
power failure 5 minutes back.
I don't know what has happened today. Anyways, good evening, everyone, and I am so excited to be speaking here with all of you today. We are going to talk about something really very cool that can help you not just in your college but in your life too. Developing an entrepreneurial mindset. This is about unlocking your creativity, thinking like a problem solver, and maybe even creating the next big idea. So let's dive in. I'll be sharing my screen. Just let me know if the screen is visible. Is my presentation visible?
Not as of yet. Ms.
Yes,
Bajpai?
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
You're
it
just,
is.
is it
visible.
visible now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
visible. Clearly visible. Please
Okay.
proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So before starting to taking you to further slides, I will show you a small video, a very small video. Is the video visible?
Yeah, visible and audible
Yes,
only.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
कौन कहता है एक चाय बेचने वाला रोज रॉयल नहीं खरीद सकता है। वक्त बदलने में वक्त नहीं लगता है दोस्तों, तुम मेहनत तो करो।
So I know we all know this person. Yes, he is none other than Dolly Chaiwala, a tea vendor from Nagpur, Maharashtra. He exemplifies several key entrepreneurial skills that have propelled his success. So, what can be the takeaways from this video? Start small, dream big. Just like Dolly started with a small tea stall, but turned into a global success through unique branding innovation. So, students, begin with small steps like first projects, internships, or local initiatives, and aim to achieve big goals over time. Embrace challenges. Dolly Chaiwala faced ridicule for his unconventional methods, but persevered. What lessons can we take? That challenges in academics or extracurricular activities are opportunities to grow. Don't fear failure. Learn from it and improve. Think differently. Dolly's unique idea making tea making style helped him stand out. So, be innovative in your approach to academic research startups or even group projects. Thinking differently can set you apart in your field. Leverage resources around you. Dolly used social media to amplify his reach and gain recognition. So, you can also use resources like campus facilities, online platforms, networking events, or alumni networks to explore opportunities, showcase your work. Build confidence through action. Didn't just have an idea, he acted on it and built his brand. Take actions on your ideas, whether it's starting your college or university club, launching a startup, or participating in competitions. execution is the key. Remember this. Learn resilience. Despite setbacks, Dolly had to face a lot of criticism, but he didn't lose hope. So whether you face academic rejections, startup failures, or setbacks in internships, stay resilient. Networking and learning from others. Dolly connected with people and gained recognition, including from figures like even Bill Gates. So build strong networks with your classmates, professors, industry experts, and mentors. Attend university seminars, conferences, learn and grow. See this SK and Associates, they have started a very good initiative that they are binding you they in these conferences where you can learn a lot. So Dolly Chaiwala's journey shows that creativity, resilience, determination, small beginnings can lead to extraordinary success. By cultivating entrepreneurial mindset, you strengthen the ideas in impactful outcomes and create your own paths to success. Focus on the principles and that's ready to innovate, lead, and learn. Now, next slide is what is an entrepreneurial mindset. You can see the three terms here, three ideas. So, an entrepreneurial mindset is built on three basic ideas: curiosity, creativity, and resilience. Curiosity makes you ask questions like, why does this work this way? Or, how can I make it better? Creativity will let you think outside the box. And resilience is about not giving up when things get tough. Do you know Thomas Edison failed over 1000 times before inventing the light bulb? Imagine if he gave up on 999. Anyways, jokes apart. I'm reminded of a small joke. There were three friends. I hope I am audible clearly. There is no network issue.
No,
Anyone?
no, you're clearly audible, Gunit. Please proceed.
Okay. Thank you. So here I am reminded of a joke, a very small, very funny joke. There were three friends: friend A, friend B, and friend C. Now, friend B was given two 5 rupee coins. Sorry, friend A was given, he was an engineer, and he was given two 5 rupee coins. And he was asked that how much is the total? Because he was an engineer, he was very good at maths, he quickly answered 5 plus 5, 10 rupees. Second was friend B. Friend B was again given two coins, 5 rupee each. He was also a friend B was a doctor. He was asked, how much is the total? The doctor took out the calculator and calculated quickly and said 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 rupees. The same question came to friend C. He was also given two 5 rupee coins and he was asked, how much is the total? The answer given was, how much do you want me to make it? So that is an entrepreneurial mindset. Entrepreneurial will not think how much is the total. He will think, how can I make it more? How can I make it double, triple, and all that? So these entrepreneurial these entrepreneurial mindset is basically built on these three terms, these three ideas: curiosity, creativity, and resilience. Why an entrepreneurial mindset? It is not just about starting a business. It is about how you think. It helps you solve problems, come up with new ideas, and adapt uh, when things matlab, adapt when things don't go as per your plan. Imagine seeing every problem around you as a chance to invent, to create something amazing. That is what a mindset can do for you. Now, these are the steps to cultivate an entrepreneurial mindset. Be curious. Be curious means ask questions about how things work. Embrace failure. Embrace failure means think of mistakes as way to learn. You should be open to feedback. Notice problems. Look for ways to fix or improve something. Learn the basics of money and business, like how to budget or how to brainstorm the ideas. Try real world projects. Do something that makes a difference, even if it's a small. Okay, let us take some real world examples. Do you all know this girl? Okay, I maybe many of you may be knowing, many of you may not be knowing. Just Google her. She is an American entrepreneur, Michaela Ulmer. She was just 4 years old when she started her lemonade business, and Me and Bees. The name of the business is Me and the Bees. You can Google it. So when she was just 4 years old, she turned her grandma's recipe into a way to save bees and sell lemonade. The second picture, I think we all know, Mark Zuckerberg. He's the co-founder of Facebook. At the age of 19, he created Facebook. What started as a social networking site for college students or university students quickly expanded into one of the largest social media platforms globally, revolutionizing communication and social interaction. Okay, just I think you all must be having your notebooks with you. Just uh, try this. If you could invent one thing to solve a problem at your area, maybe your college, school, office, or in your community, what it would be. Just note down in and share with me whenever possible, after maybe after the talk. I can wait to hear your amazing ideas. Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. You have the power to change the world by thinking creatively and being bold. So, what's your big idea? Uh, so, before I conclude this presentation, remember that fostering an entrepreneurial mindset is not just about the individual's journey, it's about collaboration, innovation, and support. It is about educators and students coming together, exchanging ideas, and building a future when opportunities are limitless. Just as this, you can see this high five symbolizes unity and achievement, we too must work hand in hand to shape the future. Together, we can create an environment where creativity thrives, where failure is seen as an environment, failure is seen as a stepping stone to success, and where every student is empowered to dream big and take bold steps towards entrepreneurship. Let's continue to inspire, mentor, and collaborate because with the right mindset and determination, we can build a bright future together. So, thank you so much. I hope uh, you all are feeling inspired to explore your ideas and turn them into incredible, something incredible. So, if you
Exactly,
want to
Gurneet ji.
more
Especially
ideas,
that case study on the Dolly Chaiwala thing was unique. We never had live examples shown in the conference till today's session. So that was actually great. But I had a small question to you. Like being a researcher, I think you would be able to answer that. The
um,
Although we claim a lot about India growing in the startup ecosystem race, we have usually observed, as even Mishra ji agreed to it, कि 95% of the startups which are becoming unicorns or either which are even growing or blooming are coming from Bangalore itself. So why this particular speciality about Bangalore? Like कुछ तो होगा ना उसकी इकोसिस्टम में जो बाकी शहरों में शायद नहीं है, तो शायद आप जयपुर में ला सकती हैं, हम जमशेदपुर में ला सकते हैं, which can help the ecosystem grow even here too. So what is that one aspect in Bangalore?
What I feel is maybe like the conference, the title of the conference, Fostering Entrepreneurial Mindset in Education. So that education part is, I think, if I compare it with Rajasthan, uh, that education part is the most. There they have different mindset. Set. Here the education people are still, we have to make them. There are small villages here. If I talk about Rajasthan, they are still, we are educating them. We go to villages. We adopt, even if I talk about my institution, we have adopted villages, and there we are telling them the importance of education. So it should be inbuilt in the education, in the curriculum itself. So Bangalore, you'll see it is the more the people are more being educated here Rajasthan is also growing, developing. So this.
But if we see it from that perception, Kerala has the highest literacy rate in the entire country now. Then why Kerala isn't having that startup ecosystem? Why Bangalore? Bangalore is part of Karnataka, right?
So maybe I think education, the part, if
Education.
I compare, yes,
Okay. I guess we have a question from Dr. PK Rajput.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah, Rajput,
yes,
you're
sir.
not audible. If you can just check your audio once, unmute yourself.
Just checking. Is okay, fine?
Yeah, now you're audible. Please continue.
So you need to unmute yourself. Yes,
Fine, okay. So fine,
Yeah.
I was
yes.
listening very carefully, and I'm very happy that young minds are here because I have traveled across. I keep on traveling. Namaste to you. Something is happening in my mobile, so I'm not sorry in my laptop, so I'm not able to open my camera. See, the two things are there. There is a mindset which has been inculcated in the northern area and the eastern area, where they want to get the job. They want to become a job seeker, frankly speaking. And in the southern part, especially Bangalore, Hyderabad, and all, there the mindset is becoming a job provider. Kerala, it is more towards the union territory because none of the industry is getting taken care. Because whenever they start the industry, the red flag will come, right? So the Bangalore, the people from Orissa, from northeast, everybody goes to Bangalore because there the mindset is very clear. We have to do something, and that is the reason the things are happening. So Dr. Gurneet is from Jaipur, Rajasthan. That is coming up because the infrastructure is being provided. And now I would like to add here what earlier sir was saying, that in the education system we should not be creating nails. We should be creating the magnets. That's what I say. Because when we create the nails, we fix them to become only a job seeker. But when we create the magnet, we inculcate the habit of providing multiple things. And when we talk with the university student or the student, we always say, think what you want to become, right? Suppose somebody wants to become an entrepreneur in one particular segment. Then I request the student as well as their professor or the teacher, please go and meet to the person who is the highest level of that particular area. Suppose I am basically from the pharma industry, right? So I was in the pharma industry. Somebody wants to open his own pharmaceutical company. So he should not talk to his relative. He should not talk to the professor. He should not talk. He should consult to the person who knows the nitty gritty of it. So the person who is the highest level, he or she will be able to guide that these are the implications are there, these are the opportunities are there. If you go through it, it will make a difference. That is very, very important. I like to highlight because a lot of great students are there with the entrepreneur mindset, which is there, which is going to make a difference. Second thing is encourage every student to do the podcasting, right? If they do the podcast of the some senior person, they will be able to understand the journey, right? Right, so how from zero they are able to build their entire system and how they are able to build the thing. Because see, whatever we see the success, there is lot of the hurdles are there behind it, and it is very important to learn that hurdles and to overcome from the hurdles. It is very important because success is a very rosy thing, but whatever the thorns are there, that should be taken care. And today in the education system, we should also teach them to embrace the failure with happiness. If you are able to embrace the failure with the happiness, nobody will feel that, oh my god, I have been restricted. So this is the new thing which is there. Third thing, I was listening to sir earlier, he said UP में नहीं होता, ये नहीं होता, but No, हर चीज होती है everywhere. But how the educators, right? They are upskilling themselves. How they are using it, because unless until if you don't use, how you will be able to teach to the other generation. So it is worthless to blame the student. Frankly speaking, I see all the students are the very bright student. Sorry to say this word, but it is fact, because I keep on going to multiple universities. I know their brain is so sharp, right? They want to do something in their life, but unless and until the right path will not be given, the right mentor, the right guide will not be given, how they will be able to fulfill their dreams, which is very important. So write their dreams, make a checklist of this. What is my short-term goals? What is my mid-term goals? What is my long-term goals? And then work on this and go and talk to the people. Don't take the advice from your parents. Sorry to say this thing. Because if I want to become an engineer or I want to open something, right? My parents have not done that part. How they will be able to give me advice? They will only give the advice which is from the WhatsApp university, right? The right advice will be given with the person who is in the helm of the affairs, which is very important. So there 50 people are here listening, right? So if you want to do something in your life, if you want to become an engineer, software engineer, or want to open your company, want to do something, right? Go and talk to the person who is in that. He or she will tell you that how the things are going to happen. So this is my clear cut thing, and the creativity is there in your mind. Put that creativity on a piece of paper. Put that creativity in on your laptop. Write that how you started progressing yourself, and then you work on that. Believe you me, 2 times you will get failure, 3 times you will get failure, right? But the fourth time you will not get failure because your minds will be open. It is like the parachute, right? It will be open, and then you will be able to see very clearly. So that's what I just want to add it here, and this wonderful forum. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rajput, for your contributions. Although the points of parents and right person's suggestion, Lena, is truly frank. I have to agree on that. And I would like to invite all attendees to put forth the questions to Dr. Suri, if any. Any questions, you can simply raise your hands. Yeah, Sagar Sharma has a question. Please go ahead.
First of all, good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. My bad. The question that you have raised is very great. So I wish to have much more view of yours regarding the uh, recent entrepreneurship drive that has been happening. Because of that, a lot more people are going in it, but some, as you know, most of are not able to be successful. How do you say that we should deal with it, or what are your suggestions regarding?
Yeah, Dr. Suri. Okay, Sagarji, I guess you can just draft your question in a small message or something and mail it out to Dr. Suri once. Okay?
Can,
Sure.
can I can I answer on behalf of Dr. Suri?
Sure.
Okay, Sagar, your question is very right, right? Because everybody wants to become an entrepreneur. And let me tell you, there are two journeys are there. One journey is the person who is becoming successful, he will go like a rocket. But there are so many people, they are putting the things, and in the initial 2 years of the time, you should be working only to build the strength. Today, what the things are happening, the day the entrepreneurs, they want to become entrepreneurs, the very 6 months of time they want to earn the money. No, it is not going to happen. You have to understand the basic nitty-gritties. You have to make the foundation very, very strong. Understanding what are the implications are there. Working on that implications, right? It is always said it is okay not to be okay. I repeat, it is okay not to be okay. So don't work for the 6 months of time or 6 months of time. Take 2 years time. And believe you me, because I am dealing with multiple startups also, I'm a part of there. In 2 years, they are started flourishing and they are going like a rocket. So don't make your short-term thing that immediately I'll get the money, I'll make the entire thing. Whatever your strengths are there, put your strength in that only. Don't expand too much. If you will expand, the money will not be there. Then you have to take care for the biggest burden, which again the startups are getting failed. And have empathy, right? Which is very important, right? Because startups mean you are not the boss, you are the servant leader, right? So the people who are working with you, they should be respecting you through your work, not with your entrepreneurship as you are the boss. Sorry, thank you.
That's great, Dr. Rajput. I would like to request
May I
Mr.
now?
Rajput to
Sorry.
carry it on from here.
Yeah. May I add something? Sorry, due to some
Sure, sure, doctor.
internet issues, I was not able to unmute that time. So yes, Sagar, we can say this thing that yeah, when you plan when you go for a startup, do go for proper planning, proper organizing everything, and you also need to take care of the money. Okay, and it's okay if you fail once in a short term. Go ahead, do not lose hope. Try, and you'll surely be a successful. I truly agree with the Professor Rajput that yes, take advice while starting a startup. Take advice from the concerned person. Okay, do not go anywhere else. This is one of the most important takeaway you should.
That's great, Dr. Suri. Thank you for your contributions. Ms. Bajpai, if you could just take it out from here, it would be a pleasure.
Yeah, sure. Uh, Firstly, thank you, Dr. Suri, for such an amazing speech. Please share your email address in the chat box for the follow-up questions or discussions from our audience. Moving ahead, I would like to call Dr. Gaurav Bhimawat to comment his speech.
Good evening, all of you. Thank you so much for inviting in this conference. I would like to start with a small address, and then I'll highlight the key strategies to foster entrepreneurial mindset in education. Basically, how you should be educated regarding entrepreneurial mindset. First of all, fostering entrepreneurial mindset in education is very essential in order to prepare students to thrive in this rapidly changing world. Because when you're preparing for this, you're preparing grounds for entrepreneurial mindset that encompasses traits such as creativity, critical thinking, ability to solve problems, and that too in an effective manner, unless you are able to implement the very same. These sort of qualities are not just vital for launching a business, but also for navigating personal and professional challenges that being an entrepreneur they are put in front of you. And when you adapt to new environments and contribute to society in numerous ways. So the first, I would like to highlight the key strategies which are in order to encourage creativity and problem solving. The very first thing is to encourage creativity and problem solving, like design thinking, open-ended projects should be there. Many of most of you must be knowing what do you mean by open-ended projects. You implement project-based learning where students means we have to implement this thing in your studies basically rather than later you will implement in your practical life. Second is to promote risk-taking practices. You should, being an entrepreneur, you should be always ready to take risk. Risk, it doesn't mean like in capital you're throwing away your capital or anything like that. This will build resilience as students in you, and you learn how to bounce back from failure and keep refining your ideas. Third is the mindset shifts. Students should be taught that failure is not the opposite of success. Just like failure is the opposite of success. No, failure also teaches you many things when we come to the topic of entrepreneurship to be taught. My third point is we should foster collaboration and teamwork. Okay, the students should be taught what is teamwork, how do you foster in collaborations, cross-disciplinary collaborations, group challenges. These things should be taught to you as students. Next is instill a sense of ownership and accountability. Being an entrepreneur, you should always be accountable towards entrepreneurship. The student should be given ownership over their learning. They should know how they are learning. This could include you allowing to choose your own projects, the direction of your research, or the issues you wish to explore. Next is my next point is engage with real entrepreneurs. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you should always indulge with real entrepreneurs. Like just now, as we are going through this session, you should indulge with guest speakers and you should be involved in mentorship programs. You should bring in real world entrepreneurs to speak with the students. You should interact with real entrepreneurs. What challenges being an entrepreneur did they face, or the steps that they took as a entrepreneur. Mentorship programs should also be brought into force. We should establish mentorship programs where students can interact with local entrepreneurs, starting from local to, like government is these days, is also focusing on local to international or national or many things. This provides valuable networking opportunities, will provide, and they navigate their own entrepreneurial journeys. Second, next point is how to create entrepreneurial ecosystems within the schools. Okay, startup incubators of or innovation labs. If feasible, we should set up spaces within schools or universities where students can brainstorm or prototype their entrepreneurial ideas. These spaces can be equipped with the necessary resources like various tools that are available in your schools or universities. Hackathons can also be organized. Pitch competitions can be organized. So I am just uh, speaking about the theory part that can be introduced. Others will be speaking on the practical part. Final, I would like to conclude about to incorporate ethical and social responsibility. How can you incorporate ethical and social responsibility in your entrepreneurship? Like social entrepreneurship is there. How you encourage students to consider that their entrepreneurial ideas could address social or environmental issues. Social entrepreneurship can also teach them that business can be positively driven to change while being financially successful too. I would conclude my speech with fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in education is about more than just teaching students how to start a business. It is rather to be a practical exposure as well. Over to you, sir.
So firstly, thank you, Dr. Mimawat, for going through this theoretical aspect because कहीं ना कहीं practical को observe करते करते हम theory से थोड़ा दूर आ गए थे. So thanks for that part. Apart from that, we actually do hold talks with entrepreneurs only every month. But since the topic is education and entrepreneurship, we prefer to have vice chancellors and deans like you mostly. But nonetheless, the speech was very excellent. Thank you. Thank you for it. I would like to request you, Dr.
Thank you.
Imawat, to please share your email ID in the chat box so that if anyone has any queries, they can directly reach out to you.
And I will
Thank you
meet
once.
Dr. Gaurav
Sure,
because
sir.
I'm in Ahmedabad and he is in Gandhinagar. So Dr. Gaurav, let us meet.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sir. Sure, we'll do.
Thank you
Surely.
so much.
Sure,
Love.
sure, sure. So moving ahead, I would like to invite Dr. Jay Anand to share his insights with all of us today. Yeah.
Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, perfect. Good evening, all. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to discuss on very relevant topic of today, fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in education. Uh, how we can foster the entrepreneurial mindset. So it's a kind of, we are in the era of basically redefining the education, and entrepreneurship is coming ahead after the innovation. So that is there. And for innovation, the students should have different kind of skills like critical thinking, adaptability, innovation skills. These abilities are very much required to make any innovation. And then after, if these skills are there, definitely the innovative things can be converted in the entrepreneurial setup. With the blend of analytical and critical thinking, creative thinking, the person, the student, the individual can create and solve the problem of the society. And that is the entrepreneurial self. Wherever you find that something is lacking, some problems are there in the society, if you are solving with any kind of innovation, and that is the entrepreneurship. It is not only just to make any kind of business. Okay, now I'm basically the clinical scientist, and I'm the institutional person. Means I'm the pro vice chancellor of the institution. So, what the institution should foster, facilitate the students so that they can develop the entrepreneurial mindset in them. So here still we are, if you see, despite of new curriculum framework, NEP, still the uh, inertia is there. The curriculum is still copying the same thing of earlier. The evaluation patterns are the same as earlier. We are not going to change. We are not willing to change, and that is very much required, in fact. So here, very first and foremost thing in the educational institution, we have to transform the curriculum. We have to design the curriculum in such a way the student should have the project-based learning, lean canvas model learning, and other things also. Means they can develop any kind of innovation in which they are pursuing their programs. So now these days, different platforms are there, like hands-on workshops are there, hackathons are there, interdisciplinary programs are there, different kind of competitions are there for showcase your talent in innovation and entrepreneurship. Now the Shark Tanks are there. So after making the curriculum, means after designing the curriculum for the better entrepreneurship, the assessment of the skills of the students should also be changed. Earlier, still we are using outcome-based education, and that is based on the Bloom taxonomy. We need to go furthermore. We have to revise the taxonomy for the higher order. It should not be the same one, what Bloom taxonomy says. Rather, what it should say for the better innovation, better entrepreneurial skills. So assessment process should be changed. And then after, if we do this kind of thing, definitely the core competence, entrepreneurial mindset, opportunity, means one can understand, means if the person is having the sense to get the opportunity, means to recognize the opportunity, self-reliance that I can do it. If the opportunity is there, I can make it. Critical thinking means one should not be the blindfolded. One should not go without thinking of positive and negative. So critical thinking should also be there. And sometimes all the domains of the technicalities I cannot have. The individual cannot have all the technicalities. So collaboration and the partnership is also required. So these things are required for entrepreneurship. Apart from that, if you see the whole entrepreneurial mind setup, you will find the major concept is adaptability and innovative thinking. Adaptability means whatever you have the resources, you can manage with those resources and you can make the solution then after. Innovative thinking means unless and until you have the innovative thinking, you cannot go for the innovation and entrepreneurial setup. Apart from this, engaging all these skills for the institutional strategies for the entrepreneurship means align the entire curriculum for in such kind of framework which can empower the students, equip the students for better entrepreneurship. So there are a lot of core competencies are required. Like as I said, that opportunity recognitions are very much important. Self-reliance are there. Apart from that, critical thinking is there. Partnership, unless and until you have the licensing or some kind of partnership skills or friendship skills, or you should have the skills to learn from others. So that should be also there. Okay. And then after, in the last, building a supportive system. The institution should have a kind of supporting system which can foster the entrepreneurial approach among the students. Otherwise, what happens? Uh, we generally give the case studies, we generally teach the case studies of other. Every individual entrepreneur is different. We cannot copy the same thing. Definitely something different would be there, and every individual's capacity is also different. So try to understand what is your competency, what are the requirement of the society, and how you can utilize your potential for better innovation, and then after it can be commercialized for the entrepreneurship. So with this, thank you everybody.
So thank you for your speech, Professor Jayanand. I had a small question to you since you're quite experienced out in the education field. Like even today, I guess 60% of universities and colleges pan India do not have an incubator, as in
Very true.
fixated in their colleges. So what's your view on that?
Look, it is not necessary that every college may provide you everything. That is true. Even the government may not provide you. It is the individual competency. Means if I wish to incubate anything, I am giving you one example. One of my student, Merit is basically the sugarcane area, bagasse of sugarcane. They made the charcoal from the big sugarcane, and then after they made the water purifier out of the charcoal. And if you see the demand of the society of this area, whole Hindon River and the catchment river are totally polluted, laden with the heavy metals. They need the RO system, and in the RO system, the 70% water we are wasting. So they have made the solution for the society out of what? Out of the byproduct of the agricultural. So this is basically the innovative and entrepreneurial skill.
I got my answer, Professor Jayanand. Thank you. Although I had a second question, since you have been a faculty for so many years at Shobit University and obviously multiple other universities, we have always seen that NAC and UGC have some targets in terms of patents being filed by research scholars every year.
Very true.
So since research scholars are filing patents for some new innovation every year, it's obvious that obviously it's a very innovative thing. And the very same thing that's being discovered by this research scholar can be commercialized by them also. But still we see that 90% of research scholars are actually franchising out their innovations or are giving it out to second parties or third party corporates. Why so?
Actually, if you see, the fact is because of the pressure of the NAC, every institution is having the pressure to make themselves the A++. Okay. And their yardsticks are very, means it is basically unethical thing. Means if you see the best practices of this area and best practices of the hill station, both are the same. They cannot have. Similarly, as you said, that patent, all the teachers, all the students are having the pressure to make some kind of publication in the patent, then after granting the patent. So what happens? They do not see basically what they are going to make the patent and where it will be applied, because they are not studying, they are not researching properly. That is why if you see the uh, commercial know-how of those patent, you will find less than 10% are there.
Okay.
So it is because of the sheer pressure of the accrediting body, either it is NAT, THE, QS, whatever it is.
So it's more of a quality issue than a
Yeah,
commercial.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Very true. Very true.
Exactly. Okay, so I got my answer to both of my questions. Thank you. I would
Thank
like to
you.
invite the attendees to put further questions to Professor Jayanand if any. Any questions, you may simply raise your hands and ask.
Please go ahead. I am the clinical scientist. You may ask anything.
Sure. Harsh, any questions?
Yeah, Deepanka.
I think we have a question from Bharat.
Yeah, first of all, morning, good evening to everyone. Sir, my question was that, sir, what will be the key elements of R means entrepreneur mindset for a perfect entrepreneur mindset, sir?
Perfect. I couldn't
Sir,
hear you
what will
better.
be the basic key elements of a good entrepreneur mindset?
Good entrepreneurial mindset. It's a very simple thing. If wherever you are living, you have to having the sense that what is the requirement of the society. You have to find out the problem first. If you found the problem, then after your innovative brain will give you the answer, and whether that answer is applicable to the society or not. You have to see the feasibility, and then after what the resources are around you by which you can put the solution, because you cannot borrow those resources from outside. You have to make the everything, all the resources would be available from the adjacent area. Otherwise your entrepreneurial cost would be different. Startup would be highly costed. So these things are very much important wherever you try to make any kind of entrepreneur setup or any kind of startup. So you must see all these parameters.
Okay,
I
sir,
guess we
thank
have
you.
another question from Mr. Bharat Shabdal.
Um, Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, I have a question about that. Like lots of companies are launching the water bottles, like 10 rupees, 20 rupees, and 100 rupees are also packaging bottles.
Mhm.
Like according to the ESG program, means according to ESG sustainability, this is not good enough. But for the profitability, there is a great margin in the water bottle. There is as such no complexity in this business. Lots of big company and small company are launching, but this is not harmful to the environment because the plastic bottle can be usable 2 to 3 times after the recycle, and the water is also having a some time of some type of chemicals are also mixed with that water.
Okay, perfect. Potable water in the plastic bottle is always dangerous. Plastic is having the tendency to dissolve itself. We cannot feel that. Otherwise, the small amount of leaching of the plastic, that is basically the polyvinyl materials are there. That is the polymer. It will go in the water, and that water, if you are drinking, that is basically the cancers. That creates the cancer. So never, plastic bottles are not at all healthy for the human being. Apart from that, its residence time is quite high in the earth. If you throw the plastic bottle, it can withstand over there for the 1,000 years. So degradation would not be there in the soil. So for the both health, means nature health as well as your own individual health, that is hazardous. We should avoid. If someone is saying that 3 times plastic bottle can be utilized, it is also basically this statement is on the compromisation of your health.
Sir, most of the companies, huge companies, have never get this solution of having this, replace this product,
No,
or
no. Replacing the product means plastic replacing is quite tough.
because it's
Biodegradable,
expensive.
biodegradable bottling is very costly these days, unless and until technology enhances. And technologies go for the better solution. As long as plastic is there, at least that plastic bottle should not come in the reuse. It should, like one of my innovative team over here, they made the ethanol, means ethyl alcohol from the plastic. They degraded the plastic and made the alcohol, and that is basically the biodiesel, means the diesel. Okay, so that kind of, again, the emissions are there, gaseous emissions are there.
Thank you, sir. I got the point.
Professor Janand, I guess we have a question from Ms. Srishti Kumari.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Srishti ji.
Good evening, sir. My question is, with AI and automation transforming industry, how do you think future entrepreneurs can stay relevant, and what key skills will be essential in a world where AI play a major role in business and like decision making?
Yes, very good question. AI would be the part of our life for the future. It will not go anywhere. First of all, we have to learn. Now, what AI facilitate? AI facilitate to simulate the things. If you are thinking anything, if you are designing anything, if we are making any prototype, at least AI will help you out of your parameters, that will make some kind of device, that will make some kind of drawing by the your AI skills. Okay, and then after you can work on. If you are not knowing those things, you will again use the drawing board and all. That will take time. Okay, that is why for entrepreneurship, as well as for better setup of for any technical industry or anything, you should have the skill of AI. It has to be there. It will give you the capacity to think unlimited. Like today we all are using chat gpt. Earlier we, if I see my own office, I was thinking that my assistant will come and then after I will tell that the letter will be drafted. No, I'm not calling the assistant. I make my drafting my own, because it saves the time and the wordings are very good. If you are giving good strings, good direction, definitely it will, the outcome will be good. So how to give the good direction, that has to be learned.
But sir, do you not think that AI will replace all the technical field in the future? Because like codes is also run by right now the AI, and the technical field will be over some by some period, because the automation, robotics, AI will be used in robotics industry, and auto work can be done by through the AI, and human interface will be less in future.
Look, at the time of bullock cart, they must be putting the question that if the motorized vehicle will come, we will be the jobless, isn't it? So what does it mean? We should not go for the motor car. It
My
will
point
save
is,
time.
sir, to upgrade the system, education system, to be learn the new things in the AI. Like we have developed from bullet card to many things, but
Yeah.
the education system is not up to the date what the new trend is going on. Like right now, I am also the updated books, which is not relevant to
Why
the
we
world.
are thinking like that? Why? There is a reason. The world is moving very fast. Our educational system is still lagging behind. If you see, we are talking about everything, artificial intelligence and everything, but really our students are not using. We are not training the people. We do not have the teachers to train the students. And we are talking that we should have the robots and with the artificial generic artificial intelligence and all. So here we have the gap. That is why we think that our we may not compete with the world, but it is the matter of few years. The India will develop its own technology, and then after, all the institutions will have at least minimum level of artificial intelligence facility everywhere.
Exactly, rightly said, Professor Jain, and I
Uh,
appreciate your thoughts. Mr.
Sir,
Shabdal, I guess you can have further
I
discussions on email. We have a
no,
time
sir. I'm
constraint.
having a doubt, but ending of one thing, like we have a good IT industry. Like India is famous for its IT industry, but we are not arranging that IT industry to specialize our faculty member. Means people are going out of India as good IT industry people going to Google, but the faculties are not up to the mark in that area. So that can be changed because IT industry is one of the best in the world.
वेरी ट्रू, वेरी ट्रू. अब होता क्या है बताता हूँ मैं. टीचर्स अभी भी टीचर्स हैं, ठीक है. अभी भी अगर आप पुराने प्रोफेसर्स को पूछ लीजिए, हमारे से और आगे के लोगों को, अरे यार ये क्या है, तुम लोग इस तरीके से कैसे पढ़ा सकते हो ना. लेकिन आज के टाइम पे जो न्यू कमर्स टीचर आ रहे हैं, दे आर गिविंग देयर लेक्चर्स इन एडवांस. आज के डेट में उनकी लेक्चर्स जो है बच्चों को पहले ही डिस्प्ले हो जाती है. एलएमएस होता है, एलएमएस के में पूरी लेक्चर लोडेड होते हैं. यू कैन गो थ्रू द लेक्चर and then after if you go to the class you should be having the number of questions, and that class is converted from the one way communication by the to the different kind of discussion. ठीक है. अब धीरे धीरे चेंज हो रहा है and time is not far, it will change.
Exactly, Professor Jayanand. That's great. Thank you, Professor Jayanand ji, for
Thank
being
you.
with us
Thank
today.
you.
And it was a wonderful speech, and even our attendees had a lot of fun interacting with you. I request you to please share your email address in the chat box for any
Sure.
questions or discussions that our audience might still have.
Sure, sure. I will
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we hope that everybody gained some knowledge from this 3 sessions of Conference 4.1 on fostering entrepreneurship in education. And I request all the attendees to kindly fill the certificate form that has already been circulated by the HR team in the chat box. And do remember to fill it quickly. Without form, participants won't be certified. And moving ahead, before we end this conference today, I would like to announce that we shall be holding our upcoming conference 4.2 on failure and resilience in entrepreneurship from February 15 to 17 next month. And we shall be looking forward to the upcoming amazing panel and henceforth amazing insights for young minds. So thank you all once again, and we look forward to reconnecting with you at our upcoming conference in future. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. We're present on Insta, LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as Facebook too, to stay connected with us. Goodbye. Have a great day ahead and keep dreaming. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.